I really liked the end of this week's of Outcast Restaurant. This was episode number 8 we're talking about today. And Dennis going back to his mom, I thought was pretty cool. Also learning about the history of, levels, level 80 and 90 and 99 and 100, I thought was really cool as well too. And the fact that Dennis's mom is 100, but she got there all through cooking, although she is very skilled, and I'm probably sure she could probably hold her own in a dungeon or in a fight. Dennis is probably stronger than her in that way, but she has reached level 100 in her own specialty, which I think was really cool. So the end of the episode was very unique because Dennis goes back home and he shows his mom like a bracelet or something. I'm assuming that it's like a rite of passage in the Black family or something like that. And he needs his mom's help to get back to all the people who destroyed his restaurant. Now, I definitely think he left a little bit out of, her big thing is I refuse to mess with food. I refuse to mess with food. I refuse to mess with eating. That is a sanctuary, that is like a safe place. But he left out the details of these people ruined my restaurant. They burned it down. They burned down the grimoires. They burned down everything. They ruined all of my food. I think she'll probably change her tune when she learns about that. But he went straight to whatever this bracelet thing is. The rest of the episode was all focused about the town getting together and going to go back up Dennis to go and whatever he wants to do, let's go do it, which is take down the evildoers that destroyed his restaurant. The rest of the episode really it just follows that motif. They go back to the capital and everybody disperses, and Atelier goes here and everybody else goes there, and we kind of are getting the pieces kind of set up. And it was really all Atelier that really, the townsfolk, but then Atelier that really gave Dennis that extra push to not run away, but to fight back. This was definitely a transitional episode. This episode was transitioning us into the next episode, which is episode 10. Next episode's called The Higher and Further Away a Place Is, the more I aim to reach it. So we can assume next episode is going to be all about Dennis and the group taking down his past party that, screwed him over, and all the people, including the Nightshade or the Nighthawks or whatever they're called. That specific group of people who were doing the bidding of Varus or Varus or Volus, whatever the guy's name was, in his past party. So I'm excited for next week, but this episode was definitely, I won't say filler, but it was transitional. It was just kind of setting up all the pieces as before we kind of saw them all fall down kind of thing. So overall, good episode. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 episode. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it was a decent watch, and it did set up the pieces for what's gonna come next week. It just sucks having to wait a week for that. But if you're binging this all at once, though, this episode would just be okay, yeah, let's get to the next thing, and you would have that immediate gratification. So it's only hampered down because it's not all at once. So yeah. Anyways, good episode. That's all I have for you guys. We'll keep it short, easy, and breezy. Thank you guys for clicking on this video this week. Let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode of Outcast Restaurant in the comments down below. This was episode number, did I say 8 at the beginning? This was episode number 9. This is episode number 9 of Outcast Restaurant. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for episode number 10.